he had on our team. And that was an internal vote. Justin Smith is one of the greatest players to ever play in the National Football League. He is the kind of player that everybody should have a Justin Smith. Everybody should have a Justin Smith on their team. Great talent, great character, great leader, and really, along with Patrick Willis, the core and fabric of our leadership on defense.
Hey, Jim. How much leeway did Bo give you when you were playing at Michigan? And do you try to emulate him as a coach?
The same amount of leeway that the other quarterbacks had. Is that what you're talking about in terms of play calling? Or
well, I don't think Rick Leach had as much leeway as you did.
Oh,
for example.
I don't know.
Okay. Further.
What was the other part of the question?
Do you try to emulate him now? I know you answered the question about the tight end, but further.
Yeah. Well,
how much of a role model was he?
Role model. Next to my dad, right on the same level as my dad, is Bo Schembechler. That is, to me, one of the greatest coaches to ever coach the game. And also have studied Woody Hayes quite extensively, and I believe those two men to be, along with my dad, in my mind, young mind and old mind today, the three coaches that I try most to emulate.
You're right. Right side, right eye.
Jim, what impact did the loss to the Giants in last year's NFC Championship game have on the evolution of this San Francisco team? And do you remember what message you had for the team after that heartbreaking loss?
Well, I think life is full of bitter disappointments. That was one, but that we weren't defeated. You can kill a man, but you can't defeat him. Not as long as he has hope. And we set out to start anew, from ground zero to approach a new season.
Jim, can you talk about how important it was for you to be able to bring Vic with you to San Francisco and to talk about the impact he's had on your defense?
Well, it's been tremendous. Vic Fangio and Greg Roman. I look at our teams and us, and we've gone. Our lives have gone nowhere but up since those two men joined our teams, both at Stanford and with the San Francisco 49ers. I really believe them to be, two of the best coordinators in all of football. Greg Roman, you say who's the best? Who's the best? I mean, Greg Roman's the best. He's the best coordinator in football. I really believe that. Innovative. I think he's changed a lot about football this season in terms of bringing the trap back to football, bringing the counters back to football, bringing wham plays back into football, some of the formations that we use back into football. He's got a creative mind. He is a tremendous football coach, and Vic Fangio, right along with Greg. I mean, those are two of the best, and our team has benefited greatly.
Hey, Jim, I had a question about your dad in Western Kentucky. When they won the national title in 2002, where did you watch that game? And I guess what were your emotions given your relationship and connection to your dad in the program?
Well, I watched that in Oakland. It was the best game on TV I've ever watched, best football game that I could ever remember watching on TV, and just really proud of my dad and his coaches and the players that won that national championship.
What do you call it the best?
Pardon?
What do you call it the best?
the best game I ever watched on TV? I just remember thinking that and saying that to people I was watching with it. That's the best football game I've ever watched on TV.
Because it was such a great game, or because that was your dad winning a national title?
I think both those things.
Jim, do you hold on to slights or insults the same way that you did as a player now that you're a coach?
I don't.
And use them as fuel for yourself.
Possibly.
Coach. Coach, Stacey Dale's NFL Network. When you sit down, given 2 weeks to prepare for this team, and you watch the tape on Joe Flacco, knowing the position as well as you do, what do you see?
Outstanding quarterback, winning quarterback. Just a tremendous habit of success. He's just left a trail of that behind him, and continues to do so. Tremendous throwing action, arm talent, and a winning quarterback. I mean, he's a football player. Don't know you can give a guy a higher compliment than that, and he certainly is.
Jim, can you describe Alex Smith's role during the week of practice, what his duties are, and has he done more, or has he been more or less involved with, say, game planning since he became the backup?
Really, it's been the same. He's prepared and been involved in the game planning and the preparations, and he's prepared himself as the starter each week. That's what he's done. That's what we have expected of him, and that's what he's delivered. The thing, another person really to credit in Colin's success, because Alex has really helped coach Colin. He's been right there at his side, sitting in the meetings every single day, and he coaches Colin now more than I do, and that's speaks volumes for the kind of person and teammate that Alex Smith is.
Coach, the lack of sacks from Aldon Smith over the last 5 games, how much of that was that Justin Smith's absence and his sort of injury? And then sacks are kind of an overcooked number. He's still getting enough hurries and pressures. Mm-hmm. Is there any concern about his ability to disrupt the quarterback in general as opposed to just sacks?
A couple things there. I think, Justin not being in there, probably plays a part in that. We love having Justin in there, and but the play of Aldon has been really good. Aldon got a game ball from our team off of his performance in the Falcons game. A number of pressures and hurries, and really played the run extremely well. Covered the fumble. Did a overall thorough, very good game from Aldon, and even when you don't have the sacks there, that low-hanging fruit for people to see. They don't always see the things that Justin's doing or Aldon's doing game in and game out. He's playing at a very high level, and that's why our team voted him most valuable player.
Jim, back over here to your left. Your hotel here, Team Hotel, is located between the French Quarter, Bourbon Street, and the casino. I'm just wondering what kind of conversations you've had with your players about those sorts of temptations and what kind of curfews you'll have in effect during the week.
It's something that some of the players have addressed, and we've talked about very, very little. We trust our team. Some people I saw comment on the fact that the team wasn't taking pictures or video cameras when they were coming off the flight last night. That was not addressed by anybody. Nobody talked about that. That was just something that our team didn't do for some reason. But suffice it to say, we trust our team.